Oh, that's grimy. Robert. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Cobra Kai, the final season. We are now on to season 6, episode 9, which is called Blood In, Blood Out. I don't know if I like the sound of this title. It looks like we're gonna have another rough episode with some competition stuff, so we'll have to see. Last episode, we had the return of Silver. He somehow made his way out of prison, just like Kreese, but I have a feeling it has had more to do with this. But either way, he's back, and his dog in the fight is the Iron Dragons. Now we know why those students are getting beaten within an inch of their lives. And yes, we see that he's going after Daniel yet again, but like I said, I feel like he should be going after Kreese. Outside of that, Miguel's mom is okay, and him and Johnny worked out some stuff, and it looks like they're on their way back to Barcelona because Mama said get out of here. And Kenny and Anthony finally squashed their beef, and Kenny is going to be on his way to Barcelona as well. So we're going to have one student too many at this rate. So I'm wondering whether or not, I mean, Miguel is definitely going to be back in. There's no way he's going to leave. Either Devin's going to have to go or Robbie. I'm trying to figure out which one of them is going to have to take a step back, but either way, my boy Kenny better get a chance to fight. That's all I need to know. And he needs to go up against Silver now that Silver's back. It all makes sense now. But either way, I'm excited to jump into this episode. So let's do that. But just before I do, a reminder that if you would like to be in the know of when I drop episodes, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Ooh, this feels very 80s, this music. Bangkok, Thailand? When? Only 3 months earlier? Hey, Lewis. Hey, baby. Why? Why are you with the bad team? Silver? So you've been out for a minute, huh? I just could not watch MMA, guys. It's too much for me.
Blew a lot of money on those dojos. You're lucky to have the yacht left. I just don't want you to go on a downward
spiral. Oh, he's broke? Interesting development.
I just don't want you to go on a downward spiral and end up in the morgue like your buddy Snake.
We'll all end up there someday.
Damn, but we don't have to hasten it. He said he's done. But you're gonna be true Cobra Kai and strike when a man's down. Bitch move. Oh, he killed him.
Man said you want to see me. Yes.
Damn, Louis Tan. I'm afraid you're gonna have to get defeated in this show. Sorry, bro. Thomas is so stinking huge.
About your financial issues.
He's so tall.
I'm your savior. I'm here to pay off all your debts.
How much?
You show them the error of their ways by embarrassing them in front of the world. And I'll sign ownership of the dojo back to you forever.
It's not a bad deal.
Come on, Terry. You buying another dojo? Think about your legacy.
Legacy?
Yeah, what legacy would that be?
They took the one thing left in the world I cared about.
They did?
If I'm going to hell,
gaslighting.
I'm taking them down with me.
It's a fair plan. Eva. Oh, the hair's back in a ponytail.
Reintroducing you to Mr. De Guzman here.
Reintroducing?
Take off, right?
You take off.
No way, that's him? I would have never recognized you, bro. You were like random dude number 6.
Enough, Terry. You got 3 seconds to get out of there.
Or?
But it is time for my forehand massage.
And all those hands better stay above the waist.
An appointment.
Please don't stand up naked.
An appointment.
Okay. All right. Okay, that kind of confidence is a little hot, though. Just saying.
The old days.
It's making Kreese uncomfortable, which makes me so happy. This is why I can't hate Silver fully, guys. I'm sorry.
Not here, not now. Let's win the tournament first.
Right? Like, you're gonna go to jail in a foreign country, bro. Bye.
What was that?
Exactly. Someone pops up from the hot tub. Oh, he is that kind of freak. I just know it.
What good is prison if Kreese can escape and Silver doesn't even go?
Sekataikai
Welcome to American Justice.
So he buys another dojo.
And we all know from experience he's not afraid to get his hands dirty.
Look, screw Silver.
I'd rather not. Actually, sorry.
Really appreciate that voicemail he left for me.
All right, don't worry, LaRusso. It's all piss under the bridge.
Let's hope so. Finally.
Good.
Good.
Now hug!
All right, let's go win this thing.
No?
Let's go.
Okay, too soon.
Look, I don't know how you'll ever forgive me,
Should
but
he?
I have regretted what I did to you every single day that I've
Because
been
you were losing.
Honestly, you targeting me is kind of flattering. Just means you saw me as the biggest threat.
I did.
You are a bigger
Yeah, I
person than she is.
He's taking Devin's spot. Wait, so you just forgave her all of a sudden?
Yeah, that's what
After what
happens.
she did?
People who are grown up.
We may have a potential traitor in our midst. Oh.
We shouldn't be jumping to conclusions.
Exactly.
We know that Silver's gonna cheat. The only question is, how?
Okay. Didn't you also play dirty to get this spot? Screw Dimitri. Seriously, send his ass home. That's the spot that Kenny needs to take immediately. I don't even like Devin, but I like her more than him at the moment. Get Dimitri out of here. It's cheating ass. Cheating on your girlfriend, you have the nerve to be looking at somebody else and talking about cheating?
Each team will face 3 opponents,
Don't get
determined by
jealous now.
random draw, in an all dojo.
You like I'm gonna take out the boyfriend so she'll go out with you? Come on, bro. There's more girls in the world. Yeah, I was about to say, don't underestimate the girl, please. For that reason alone, I need her to beat you. I don't even like her, but that's for misogyny. Do we have time for flips? Okay, breakdancer, this is not the place.
By the end of
Ooh, he said you're not tapping out, son.
Kai win! Iron Dragons win!
Damn, not Silver and Kreese winning. I feel like you guys should just leave. I'm like, since you two have beef, we're just gonna go home.
Hey, take me in!
No! I got it!
Let him get his ass kicked, please. Nothing fatal, just enough so he has to get sent home. Good. Good job, Sam! Ooh, Sam is angry. Ooh, this is an aggressive slap. Ow. I need this hand to fight. This guy is giving me Dutch vibes, man.
Tag me in!
Tag in Kenny!
Tag in Kenny immediately, Hawk.
What are you doing? Tag Kenny! What are you doing?
You deserve that, Robbie, because why did you go in there sleeping? Robbie, tag in Kenny. He tried, though.
Team Pantera with an impressive victory. Miyagi-Do's loss puts them on the verge of elimination after their first match.
Why did that happen?
Why didn't you tag in Kenny when you had the chance?
Period.
He just got here. You expect us to trust him already?
Trust me to what? Not get my ass kicked like you and Dimitri? I fly all the way back here to help us win, and you won't even give me a chance? Now, everybody laughed at me in the woods, but now somehow I'm the bad guy, right?
Okay, see, he's still pissed. It makes sense why he'd want revenge.
Let's say something.
This isn't about Kenny.
Robbie.
Oh, now you're Robbie after you were such a dick to him? You deserve that, Miguel. That's for Robbie, though, not because of the Iron. The Iron Dragon guy's an idiot.
Silver's already affecting us.
Silver, no, y'all need to get your ish together.
You better watch your back.
Oh, and then what? For what? What are you gonna do, Kreese?
What's going on?
Oh, I don't know.
What's going on? I'm completely screwing it up out there.
But you reminded him of.
Tori into things. She hooked up with Quan. What?
He didn't know
and
that.
then
He didn't know that for sure.
You were right.
Yeah. Isn't that what you wanted, Miguel? Isn't this what you wanted?
You earned that spot.
Oh,
You're just
really?
in your head right now. Look,
Where was
You
this
wouldn't be,
2 days ago?
but you led the charge for everyone to leave Silver. You got Kenny to Miyagi-Do. Like it or not, bro, you're a natural.
Then
born
where
leader.
was this?
So lead us, and we'll follow. I'll follow.
About time.
Even though I've been acting like an asshole to you before.
Thank you. That's what you should have started with.
What's up, my Karachi squad? All the way to the quarterfinals.
Someone just kick her over the balcony, please.
I am tired of all this off-the-map nonsense. You need to focus.
I feel like she actually has been for the most part.
You thieving son of a bitch! Where is it? Gentlemen, the only fighting we allow here is on the mat.
Period.
You want me to suspend you from the tournament?
Please do.
You don't want to see me angry.
Ooh, I do. Sorry.
This isn't over.
I look forward to next time.
Go cool.
So sorry. I freaking love Terry.
What would Miyagi think?
Part of defense is redirecting your opponent's momentum.
Exactly.
Dog cage changer, man.
Right? Thank you. Daniel's been through some shit. Leave him alone. Oh, damn. So she saw that. Sis, don't get mad. Silver and Kreese have stuff that need to work out anyway. Sir, that is a girl! Better.
Maybe your fighter needs to pay attention.
Another loss and Cobra Kai is out.
Fine, I'm fine.
Actions, consequences, all that stuff.
Based on how they left you out in the cold in that first match, maybe they don't see the champion in you. I always have.
Damn, not him speaking straight facts at the moment.
I couldn't do that to the Miyagi-dos.
Why? What have they done for you?
What have you done for me lately?
Did you come here to win?
What?
My team is undefeated.
They're also bullies.
You'd have a much better chance if you were actually on the winning team.
The sucky part is that Silver actually was a really good coach for Kenny for the most part.
I saw Kenny talking to Silver.
What did you? Two dumb just telling each other exactly. I don't know many Miyagi-Do does acrobatics.
So lead us, and we'll follow.
You know you need to tag Kenny. Thank you. Because if he didn't do it, screw you, Dimitri, go home.
Did you come here to win?
That was a bitch slap from above. Let's go is right. You owe him an apology.
With the win, Miyagi-Do moves to 1-1.
Exactly,
They win their next
Silver,
match, they
eat
advance to the
that.
Tournament of Champions.
I love the fact that he actually laughed at it, though. This is why I love Terry. Terry's like, I respect it. But thank you. You needed to do that. Thank you, Robbie. If you hadn't tagged Kenny in, it wouldn't have stopped. Your girlfriend's mad at you.
Don't you know what you've done? Kreese is like dynamite waiting to explode.
How's that my problem?
Is that the threat?
It's a warning.
This is foreplay for them.
You don't have much time.
She didn't rat him out, though. That D must be good. Nothing.
This is the last time that we'll ever fight together as a team.
Thank God, right? You're all grown up.
After everything we've been through, this is it.
Really? Can we not cry right now? I'm sorry. Emotional expression is healthy.
I'm really sorry.
What about Kenny's apology?
Okay, that's enough.
Indeed.
There's no crying in karate.
Right?
Come in here, boys. You guys are always gonna be my brothers too.
Pain does not exist in this dojo, does it?
We're family. All of us.
Thank you.
Who are we?
Look at that. They worked it out without your help. Captains, or coaches, senseis, whatever you're supposed to be.
You know, we did have one real doozy of an inspirational speech plan.
Probably would have gone terribly.
But it looks like you guys beat us to it.
Thank goodness.
Whoever wins this match advances. Whoever loses is eliminated.
Iron Dragon versus Miyagi-Do. Come on.
Defeat
Does not exist in this dojo.
Yes, Sensei!
No, Sensei.
I don't like Kreese, but you know, feels from the movie.
First girl that's ever been hurt by a boy. We can let them get away with it, or we can make them pay.
Sis, hurt by a boy, you're the one who misinterpreted the word mistake. How old are you?
Don't act like you don't know. You and Zara.
I'll write that. Oh, great. Now he's lost all of his focus for the match. Oh, teen drama. I can't even call it teen because what is going on with Chosen and Ponytail? Guys, I think this might constitute an abusive relationship. I don't know if y'all should stay together. Good. Smart. Get someone who's not emotionally involved.
Lovers quarrel?
Hi! Shush! And seriously find a new hairdo.
How can you be mad at me when you're the one who ended things?
I said pause, not hook up with our enemies.
You can't. It's add stipulations afterwards.
There is no me and Quan, you idiot.
And how would he know that?
Your dumbass got played.
Oh, he's a dumbass? But you let it happen. Break up with her, Robert.
Binary bros are back.
Not just him being a fan. No taggy for you. That's what teamwork actually looks like. That was hot. And kudos to the actor. He did that shit.
Cobra Kai, two.
Damn, someone's got to take out this demon child. He can't be that good. Come on, where's the snappy comebacks? Oh, he's not going to tap out. Pride comes before. What now? The fall. I love that Robbie's like, no, get up. So I can put your ass back down. Yes, thank you. That hair's been pissing me off all season.
He's making it hurt.
On your ass again. Hot. Woo! That's grimy. Roberts. I kind of want you to break something, but don't do that. Woo, Robbie, you're hot when you're angry. That's righteous anger. See how much sexier it is than just losing your Robbie's first.
Point! Miyagi-do win!
Good night, Quan.
To the Tournament of Champions!
Bye, Kreese. Take your bitches home. And Tori, you get to go home again anyways.
We finally beat Chris.
Well, I actually beat him my very first tournament.
Eddie Daniel, but true. No, leave his ass down there. Leave his ass down there. Oh, that little mark on your face is actually improvement.
I wish you could be celebrating with us.
She made a choice. Bye.
Sure.
Have a good flight home.
This isn't over.
Okay. Scoreboard says otherwise. Couldn't happen to a shittier guy.
I felt bad that your Miyagi investigation didn't lead anywhere.
Don't take anything
Luckily,
from Kreese.
I don't give up.
Or from
space.
Silver.
I don't want your gifts.
I think you do.
The thing is, he would actually give him valid information if it makes Miyagi look bad.
You okay? What is it? Silver just served me papers?
For what?
It's a Sekai record. The year Mr. Miyagi participated.
Get that validated.
Mr. Miyagi's match ended in death.
Oops.
Killed his opponent.
You know, they deserved it. They shouldn't have been standing there. No, I defend Miyagi down.
This isn't over until I say it's over.
Sad old man. Not you, sir. You're an amazing actor. You do a great job considering that this role has been going for over 30 years. I'm glad he's still around for it, honestly. My only wish for this show has always been that Pat Morita was still here because he would have just absolutely killed it. But anyways, all right, good episode. We see that Miyagi-Do is finally back on the same page. They were all over the place from the senseis down to the students, but we seem to finally be back. We had a lot of amends made this episode. And I mean, I personally feel like there's still some amends to be made, particularly by Dimitri and Hawk towards Kenny, but we'll get back to that. But overall, we're back on the same page. So yeah, they realize that Silver is part of the party. Now they're kind of thrown off because they're like, why is he here? Like, how is it that one guy snuck out of prison, the other one didn't go there? I said this last season that there's no way that these charges are still sticking on Silver. Like, the kid's too rich, okay? Rich people do not get justice. It's pretty much well known, particularly in the United States. You can pay your way out of just about anything. But anyway, so the team is a bit, discombobulated, and we see that because Silver is back, Dimitri, of all people, has the audacity to say that Kenny might be a double agent, which is ridiculous because Kenny might have worked under Kreese, but Kenny was never the type to try to do double-sided backhanded stuff. Like when he was working with Silver, he was 100% Silver. You know what I'm saying? When he was under that Cobra Kai, there was no mistaking where he was. right? He wasn't trying to be slick or quiet about it at all. So why would he even come to Miyagi? If that's what he felt, he would have been like, I'm not even gonna fight with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Dimitri just has a nerve. It's like, sir, you're cheating on your girlfriend. Please don't talk about don't talk to anybody about loyalty or honesty at the moment, please. And I know he didn't really cheat, but you get my point. Anyway, we see that little seed of discourse became a problem already with the team, but I want to say that for Devin, I will give her props for at least coming and being humble about it. Good on Kenny for not, I mean, I feel like if it had been a first reaction to the news, he probably would have been a little bit angrier, but he said, you know what, I had time to think on that very long flight over, and you know what, you did have the balls to at least tell me the truth, and you know what, I see why you did it, right? So I'm glad that they let that and they squashed it very easily, and also that Devin gave up her spot because it wasn't her spot. So anyway, we see that unfortunately that discord with Kenny continued onto the mat, and also the fact that Robbie was also not in his right mind after, you know, the Tori stuff plus whatever happened with the Iron Dragon girl. And we see that when everything happens with the first fight, they ignore Kenny, and of course Kenny feels it. He knows that they're purposefully ignoring him, and he already feels some type of way about being there. But anyhow, the match gets lost because of this discord yet again. And we see that Robbie, because he's so distracted by everything that's going on, he ends up, you know, of course, losing his match. So he comes down on himself pretty hard, understandably, because he has been losing. Let's be real. Like, all things aside, it's not been his best tournament. And anyways, we see that Miguel finally decides to act like a stepbrother and ask him what's going on. But as you saw, I was a little bit upset in the beginning of it because I'm like, bro, why are you acting like you were not a huge part of why this kid's doubting himself right now? Let's not pretend that you weren't spending all of the last couple episodes telling him how much he sucked and how much he didn't deserve this. But anyways, he did come clean at the end. Thankfully, the accountability came up again, that lovely theme. And he basically owned that, yes, I was not the nicest person to you, but you are a leader. You do have the capability to do this. He said all the things he should have been saying to Robbie before. Basically, like, bro, I get it. Miguel was going through his feelings. He was in his feelings a bit, but I'm glad that this time the flight to Cali and back, and I think also the talk with Johnny helped him get a little bit more perspective on the fact that Robbie is not having an easy go of this by any stretch, and he does not need any more discouragement from anyone. So I'm glad that Miguel took that to heart and was like, actually, no, like, you can do this. You are the right person for this. And you did win fair and square. So, you know, let me support you. And that's really what it came down to, is Miguel needed to submit to that leadership and also back Robbie so that the rest of the team can feel that unity, right? It's very important in any team dynamic. The captain needs to be respected, or the team leader or whatever has to be the person that everyone recognizes as the leader, or it won't work. So thank goodness for that. Their beef is now hopefully squashed. And then we see that the Iron Dragon guys got beef with Miguel now because he likes Sam. Like, grow up. Anyway. I don't even care about that because it's so random. We didn't need it, honestly. I'm like, these two don't need beef. Like, they already had their whole love triangle thing. Let's let that go. But anyway, so that happened. And then we see that Terry did make an offer to Kenny. And I have to say, it was a very, very sound offer. I mean, no, seriously, when I look at the difference between the way that Kreese operates versus Silver, I mean, it makes sense because Silver is a businessman, right? He was trained to be a man who negotiates and gets things done. And it comes through so much when he's talking and interacting. And like I said, like, everything he said to Kenny, I was like, facts, truth, yes, okay. Like, none of it was off base. He didn't even insult Miyagi-Do, really. He was just like, what have they done for you? Are they treating you well? It looks like they iced you out. You know, they haven't been winning. They're kind of ranking low. My team's #1 and I have a slot for you and I recognize your greatness. Like, he didn't actually tell any lies. That's why it was a really good pitch. It was a damn good pitch. I would not have been mad at Kenny if he had taken it, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, I'm glad he didn't. But it was a damn good offer. I get why he was a bit like, actually. Because I love how they showed that. Like, when he's like, you know, our team's #1, he looks at the leaderboard. Yes, they are. Your team's icing you out. He looks back at Dimitri. And Hawkeye's like, yes, they are. That's right. So anyways, I'm sorry, guys. You know I have unreasonable love for Silver. I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. But it's more for Thomas Ian Griffin. It really isn't for the character. He's terrible, but I digress. But yes, he tried to put another wedge in the team, but we see that in their next match that came up, you know, now that Robbie is got a little bit more of his head on straight thanks to Miguel's backing, he does the right thing that in this tag team battle, it's time to tag Kenny in. And of course, you know, the two knuckleheads are telling him not to. And Miguel's like, you're a leader. We'll follow you lead. Like, you make the right decision. And thankfully, Robbie knows that Kenny is good. Like, he knows that Kenny's the kind of kid that if he commits to something, he commits to something. So he tags Kenny in, and Kenny, of course, absolutely slays it. And I love that he does it kind of in spite of Silver, and the little finger at the end was hilarious. But I thought was even funnier is that Silver was like, Silver wasn't even mad. He was kind of like, I kind of like that kid still. Like, if Silver wasn't crazy, he'd actually be a cool guy. Let's be real. But anyway, we also got the history of how Silver and this the current coach of Iron Dragon met. Like, now we know why he's working for Silver. I thought maybe it was a longtime student, but that's not the case, thank goodness. And also the throwback, oh my gosh, that the guy who kidnapped Daniel was actually in the Karate Kid Part 3 movie. Like, I would have never made that association. Like I said, respectfully, sir, you were like an extra. But I think it's cool that they're bringing back as many people as they can from the OG movies if they still are around. So anyway, we see that eventually they need to get back to the final battle, and we see that Chosen comes up with a very good plan of saying, look, Kreese and Silver have got some really hot spicy beef going on right now. Maybe we can like stoke that fire so they won't look at us. And I'm like, exactly. So they do a little bit of a trick. It works. Silver falls for it and goes after, not Silver, sorry. Kreese falls for it, goes after Silver, punches that beautiful face. Louis Tan stepping in, ready to fight an old man. It's kind of hot. But anyways, it doesn't go any further because we see that Ponytail's like, bro, like, this is my team. I will handle this. But she sees that, of course, dumb Miyagi-Do is literally high-fiving right in front of everyone. Obviously novices at the criminal stuff. But anyway, she picks up on it. But as I said, she did not tattle. She could have told Kreese that they were the ones who set the whole thing up, but she didn't. She went to Chosen and said, fix it. Don't mess with my team because I didn't do that. Don't do that. Put the knife back. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, please don't make another mistake and put it back. So as I said in the episode, that D must be banging because she could have gave that man up, but she clearly caught some feelings after only one night. So I said, okay, Chosen, you move like that. Kumako's lost. Anyway, but it's hilarious that there is a misunderstanding. We saw where she got the whole idea that she thinks Chosen is saying that their hookup was a mistake. No. Like, this is Chosen. The man is not exactly the best with expressing himself. But anyways, so all that happens. And then we get into the final competition. And it is basically that if Miyagi-Do loses, they're out of the competition. If Cobra Kai loses, they're out of the competition. And we see that they finally have it together in Miyagi-Do, now that they're not fighting each other after they have a very heartwarming locker room speech, which is nice when they kind of squashed everything. And I feel like that moment in the locker room was really nice too, because the fact that we hear Sam say, this is the last time we're all going to fight together. This is the last season. I feel like that was probably a very real moment in there when all of them realized that when you think about that, at least five members that were in there, right? Yeah, Sam, Miguel, Robbie, Dimitri, and Hawk. They've been on this cast since season 1. I think they're the 5 OGs. The rest of the cast members came in a bit later, but point being that it's been like 6 years. Did they start? Yeah, it's like 2019. I think the show started, right? So point being, it's been a journey. These guys have definitely been together a long time, and I'm pretty sure filming this season was very bittersweet for a lot of them because, you know, obviously time to move on, but also a bit sad that they're not going to be back again to film another season. But anyways, they have their stuff together now. They go out there, and now because everyone's working together, they're actually working better against Cobra Kai, and we see that immediately Kreese and Ponytail recognize that something is different, and their team does not work together, right? That's the thing with Cobra Kai's philosophy, and particularly Kreese's philosophy. He's all about the individuals, right? He's all like, it's a dog eat dog, even within the dojo. You don't work as a team. You do what you need to do to win. Screw everybody else, right? So that individualism was working to an extent before because they were all good fighters, but now with a team that actually works with each other's strength, and because this was a cooperative game, they ended up losing. We end up getting the battle royale between Robbie and Quan, and we see that Tori is messed up, you know, after everything that's gone down, because of course the chick from Iron Dragon is trying to rub in the fact that she hooked up with Robbie, but thankfully Ponytail's like, you know what, you should be using these emotions and channeling them instead of getting upset and distracted. Channel it into your fighting, because she's like, we're not gonna let these boys hurt us, and of course she's looking at Chosen, whatever. But anyhow, it's not enough though, because Tori is just like, it's the first time she's lost though. Like, I think it's funny that she was actually doing better before this, but again, she didn't see Robbie potentially cheat on her before all this happened. So anyways, her and Robbie end up having it out on the sidelines, and she's like basically Robbie rightfully is like, why are you mad at me when you broke up with me? Like, I should technically be allowed to do whatever I want if you dump me. And then she, of course, tries to put stipulations on it afterwards. Oh, it's a pause. And I didn't say you could hook up with people. No, honey, that's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. Okay. I mean, she did say a pause, but like, no, honey, you can't be doing all that. Like and you can't one-sidedly decide it's a pause in the sense of like the rules for both of you. Robbie didn't actually agree in the sense like he respected her space, which is good, but he didn't agree to the terms that, you know, we're both going to stay celibate or single, right? And again, we know that Robbie thought that her and Quan were hooking up. So either way, she clears up the fact that Robbie was played by Quan. This upsets him. But it's good because it puts a fire under him. And we all know that Robbie does work pretty well when he's got a vendetta. Some people say they need a fire under him. Robbie needs a vendetta under him to get him going. So anyway, now he's mad and he realizes he's going to have to let Quan know not to mess with his emotions and definitely not to mess with his girl. So yeah, we get a really good fight out of Robbie. I really like it. It was definitely, I feel like that the way he fought was very much the amalgamation of Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai, because the stillness and the way he was planted, that was very Miyagi-Do, but the aggressiveness was all Cobra Kai. The fact that he often went for the first shot was Cobra Kai. So I like that because I feel like with all these students throughout the seasons, even though we've amalgamated the dojos, Miguel always fights the same way. Like his fighting style is very much Cobra Kai. Sam's is very much Miyagi-Do. So is Robbie's been for the most part. But now I feel like Robbie in that last fight very much showcased what both of those disciplines working together could look like and why it's such a dangerous combination. And I love the fact that he just played with Quan. Like he could have ended that match very quickly. And then when you see even Daniel's like, wait, what is Robbie doing? He's like, he's making him hurt. That's when you see Johnny was like, that's my boy. That's the kind of petty stuff that I would do. But anyway, it ends up being a very good match and Quan finally gets humbled and it's over. Cobra Kai is now out of the competition, thank God. And that's at least one less opponent for Daniel and his team to have to worry about. And honestly, I kind of knew it would probably be Cobra Kai that's kicked out, and only because they brought Silver in so late, but also the majority of Silver's team, like outside of Quan, everyone else was basically a red shirt. Like no one, you know what I'm saying? Like barely any names, no interactions, barely any lines. So I was like, they don't want us to care about them for a reason. So technically the team is out, but we see that Kreese is not ready to give up. I'm not surprised though, because he's crazy, but we'll see what happens if Tori actually leaves. I feel like she's not. I feel like she's going to stick around for the rest of the tournament. Her and Robbie definitely have to patch things up because we know that they're definitely building that these two are endgame. Much to my chagrin, I still think Robbie could do better. Not that chick from Iron Dragon, but just better. But anyways, but yeah, that's where we're at now. So we've got Iron Dragon and Cobra Kai going forward. And we see that Daniel found out a piece of information about Mr. Miyagi, which I was like, is Silver going to mess with him again? But I was like, nah, he must have had something in there that he feels like is going to work for him, which is why he gave Daniel a real roster of what happened the year that Miyagi competed. And it said that it ended in the death of his opponent. So if I'm to do a prediction, I feel like it probably was not Miyagi trying to kill this person. Maybe it was a situation where the fight got nasty and Miyagi did a move and the move ended up turning out to be fatal, because this is always a risk. You just never know. You could hit someone in the wrong spot and it can end up being fatal when 100 other people, nothing would have happened. I feel like something like that probably happened, and that was probably the turning point for Miyagi to be like, I will never fight unless it's life or death ever again. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though that was kind of his philosophy to begin with, but I feel like that's probably what ended up happening, is whatever happened in the ring happened, and then he realized, oh my God, I'm never doing this again. And that was his life lesson. But anyways, they said but he had a warrant out. Would it have been for this? No, because it was the Sekai Taikai. Everyone, this would have been the 40s, pre-lawsuit. I don't know. I don't think it's for the same thing, but we'll have to see. But yes, Daniel found that out. And of course, the reason that Silver gave that to him was because it makes Mr. Miyagi look bad, which he knew something that is going to upset Daniel. And two, because now it's going to get into Daniel's head and throw him off kilter. Because we all know that as much as Daniel hates Kreese, Silver is worse, right? Silver is his ultimate nightmare for multiple reasons. Silver hurt Daniel in ways that Kreese couldn't even get close to. So this is personal for him now. And we'll have to see how things go now that it's going to be just the two of them. But like I said, I'm sure Kreese is going to pop in there somehow. We'll have to see how. But yeah, another good episode. Glad to see that for the moment anyways, Miyagi-Do is back on track. And we'll have to see how they continue to compete in the next couple episodes. So, or next episode, sorry. There's one left. Only one for this particular segment. So yes, I enjoyed this a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love and I will see you in the next one.